We're back again, baby. Third time's a charm. Hopefully, we'll keep it going all the way this time. As you can see, there's a few changes if you're watching. Chandler's grown a mustache. I've gone blind. No, I'm not really blind. Just wearing the sunglasses today. Got the sun out over here on the side, and also we're back. So why not wear something a little celebratory? Chandler, how you doing, man? Welcome back.
Man, very good. We survived. We survived busy season.
Yeah.
We barely made it through, but we're alive and barely breathing, but we're alive.
Yeah, for anyone new or returning to the podcast who might not know, Chandler's in the world of accounting. So anytime from January to what about early May, late April sometimes?
Yeah, mid-April
Yeah, mid-April.
at least. At
This
least.
that's right. This year it was extended to early May, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why we're back now instead of a month ago.
It's fun.
It's all good. It's all good. But anyway, yeah, Chandler has been in hell for the past 5 months or so. So welcome back to reality, buddy. But anyone who is watching this, I want to remind you to leave a like. We're trying to make a comeback. So if you like the video, we can more people might see us, and also make sure you share with people who might not know that we're returning. And then leave a comment if you would like to. I forgot to do a fan question for this episode. So I'm going to ask, what is your favorite candy? And Chandler, you can answer that if you want to.
Ooh,
I'm going
I've
to
been
go.
on
Oh, go ahead. If you got your answer
I
ready, go ahead.
I've been on Kit Kats.
Kit Kat, solid,
Yeah,
solid classic,
so good.
solid classic. I think I got to go with Hershey's with almonds. Been eating those for a long time now, pretty
Wow.
consistently, and I like
I
them.
kind of forgot that you like those.
Oh, I love Hershey's with almonds, man. It's the only thing I eat with almonds like regularly. I like almonds. I'm not going to go out of my way to get them. I don't like them that much. So yeah, they're
I've been
fine.
eating them every now and then by themselves. They're good for you.
Yeah, they're fine. But yeah, Chandler's busy season. Life just kind of happened. I started a new job this year and all that. So that's kind of why we've been away for a while. But we are back now. And before we get kind of started with the show today, Chandler, I know that you had some SOI to
Mm.
update us
Yes.
on. And if you don't know what
Yeah.
SOI is, I think Chandler's gonna give you a little explanation
Yeah.
here.
So it stands for Sheet of Integrity. This was created by a coworker probably a decade ago when he was in college. Um, it's basically for fantasy. If you don't want to have to set a roster every week, you draft teams instead. So how it works is you have this one initial draft, and that's all you got to commit to. So you're drafting two teams across each sport. Um, I'm trying to remember the sports. It's MLB, NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL. Um, they do Champions League. I would rather them do something else. I'm not a soccer fan, so I'm just guessing there.
Yeah.
And the Masters.
Hmm.
The Masters is a wild card because anybody can win that.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but it kind of evens it out a little. So that's a good little wild card to have in there. I think it's good with all the other sports having a little bit more parity.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm sucking. I'm
It's not
sucking
going
in
well.
SOI. Right now, I'm in last. Stars lost last night. I had the Stars in
Oh,
NHL.
hey.
They lost to the Oilers, and somebody has the Panthers, and somebody has the Oilers. So yeah,
Wow.
so and it's the one we're doing at work is just it's just four of us, so everybody's team's kind of stacked.
Okay.
So the more people you have, the more it could be more fun or like more of a
Yeah, I mean
random
it's
chance.
it's like if you were to do like a four-team
Yeah,
fantasy football
right.
league, like everyone would have like Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on their roster.
Yeah, I mean like. Yeah, it's like doing an 8-man football league versus a 12-man or
Yeah,
14-man.
yeah,
It's just like you only got two for each sport, so there's not like depth, I guess. But late
sure.
rounds, you would be picking. The strategy changes.
Right. Absolutely.
Um, anyway, so I started off strong, and no matter when you draft, you're going to be in the middle of a sport based
Yeah.
on which ones you have. So we drafted. I think the World Series was going on,
Hmm.
or maybe it was the ALCS, something like that. So it was like October,
Yeah.
and we drafted. Um, so that would be mid NFL and college football season. I think everything else had not started yet because it's really the next MLB season.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember you talking to me about it right before NBA season started.
yeah, it was right before that in college basketball.
Yeah.
So you're going off of preseason rankings there.
Yeah.
I don't remember if the Champions League had started yet. Again, I don't really pay attention to it. So I was going off of betting odds
Right.
entirely.
Yeah. That's yeah. What
Um,
else? What else do you do?
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So I picked the Chiefs and the Vikings as my teams because they were both undefeated at the time.
Yeah.
So I ended up with both of them. Um, Ended up getting 4 points there. This is how the points work, by the way. I forgot to explain that. The highest finisher, like the team that finished the highest out of all
Yeah.
the teams selected, they get the most points. That'd be four because we have four people in the league.
Okay.
And then it just goes down until you get to one. Like
Okay.
last place gets 1 point. And it's your highest finishing team on there. So I had Chiefs, Vikings. Chiefs finished higher than the Vikings. They get more points than the Vikings. Well, the Chiefs finished. Nobody took the Eagles. Eagles
Okay.
were all not
So
even
you were the
drafted.
only one to get four of them.
Yeah. So I once the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl and the Eagles beat who did they beat in the NFC Championship?
The
Was it the Lions?
it was yeah,
No,
the Lions.
Commanders.
Oh
It was
yeah, yeah,
Commanders.
because the Commanders upset the Lions. That's right. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. That's right.
So it was who did the Chiefs play though?
The
The
Chiefs played
Bills.
the Bills. Yes, the Ravens lost to the Bill. Why am I like misplacing the timeline there? Yeah, the Ravens. I keep
Yeah.
thinking that the Ravens and the
Yeah. Yeah.
Lions choked in the NFC Championship, but they both choked
I
around
think it was
earlier.
the divisional. Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
both
somebody
choked
else had
around
the
earlier.
Bills. So that was basically the championship because nobody had the
Okay,
Commanders or the Eagles,
for
and then
football, yeah, that makes
um,
sense.
it was
Wait,
somebody had the Bills, somebody had the
whoa, whoa,
Chiefs.
whoa! You're telling me nobody took the Washington Commanders and thought they were making an NFC Championship run this year?
I
I
don't know.
mean,
People are going
everyone
deep.
saw that coming, dude.
Yeah, that wasn't a shock at all. I
No.
don't know. They're going to be scary. They're going to be scary coming up, though.
Yeah, yeah. Jaden Daniels about to get even better with a slept on Debo just sitting
Yeah,
there as his second option,
and they
just
have
waiting
just
in the wings.
money to spend, and yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get 4 points there, and then I had Texas and Iowa State for football, and I think I got 2.5 for that because somebody had
Excuse me. Swallowed that down the wrong pipe.
somebody had God, who did they have? Yeah, I split with whoever had Penn State.
Gotcha.
I can't remember. Oh, somebody took Ohio State, so they won. Um, so I'm coming out of those two sports, and I think tied for first,
Hmm.
or maybe even outright first. And I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good. Well, then here comes college basketball. I took Baylor and Kansas State,
Oh no. Oh
so that's a
no.
one. That's a
Yeah.
one. One of
Yeah.
them didn't even make the tournament. The other one was like a 9 seed, 8 seed. So that's not going to happen.
I wouldn't have
Um,
known where to start at the beginning of college
well,
basketball season either.
I took those guys late, but there was still better options on them. Nobody took Auburn.
Uh,
So like there was better options, but Baylor was preseason top 10 or
no, they were
15
supposed to be
team.
good. Yeah, I remember they were supposed
Um,
to be good.
Edgecombe was good. Kansas State was a complete. vibes pick, and that is so dumb to do, in my opinion.
Backfired.
So I'm
Yeah.
not doing that again.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of what other sport was next. But Masters, I had Morikawa and Max Homa. I got 2 points there. Avoided the one somehow. Miraculous comeback. Um, and then NBA, I had the Timberwolves and the Bucks. So Timberwolves, I was like, all right, they're rolling, they're hot. We get to the conference finals, gotta face the
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
really, really terrible Thunder team. They're so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. It's only like I was saying pre-pod, like at worst top 5 to 7 defensive team in NBA history. And
Yeah. So,
yeah,
and of course, somebody has the Thunder. Um, one guy's already eliminated. He had the Celtics and the Nuggets. And
that's wild.
preseason, you're like, dude, he might get 4,
Yeah.
and he gets the 1. He gets last.
It's insane, man.
So Champions League, that I'm trying to erase that out of my memory. That's what was next. Um, I had Man City and Inter Milan. No, not Inter Milan. Sorry, Inter Milan ended up winning. Um, I had Bayern Munich and Man City. Man City barely made the playoffs or whatever they call it, and then lost in the first round, which is insane because I think they were highest betting odds to win the whole thing.
Yeah, that's
Um,
wild.
and then Bayern Munich made it maybe the semifinals, maybe. I can't exactly remember, but they made it a good ways and they had a chance. And I think they missed like 4 goals in 5 minutes by like a foot or less. So that would make me happy.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky.
It's pretty lucky, pretty fair. Uh,
Yeah.
so I ended up splitting with the guy who had Real Madrid, which is another historical whatever. They got put out same round as Munich. So I got 1.5 there. So
Yeah.
I go from the peak at the beginning, like not favorite to win, but I'm looking nice and just fall off a cliff.
It's just
NHL, I had the Maple Leafs and the Stars. Um, me and this one other guy were the only ones that had 2 teams make the playoffs, and then he had the Avalanche. They're out first round, and I'm like, all right, I got Leafs and Stars still in it. They both look good. Leafs choke, lose to the Panthers. They're up 2-0, lost 4 straight.
yeah.
Uh, that's great. And then the Stars, the Oilers are just really hot. Oilers are good.
Yeah.
They struggled the first 2 games of the playoffs, and then they haven't looked back since. They're probably going to win the whole thing. Well, I don't know. Panthers are good too, so we'll see. But
Yeah.
so I went from being like feeling like the favorite NHL to now getting two
Yeah.
points.
In the catbird seat, they're
So
right back to mediocre.
the only sport that's left is MLB. I think I'm down from last play. Like I'm in last. The next highest guy I think is a point ahead of me going into the
Oh,
last sport, MLB. He has Mariners and Mets. Yeah, the
interesting.
Mets. The Mariners, I'm like, okay, whatever. The
Yeah.
Mets, man, they could end up being good. I mean, it's a long season,
Hate
but
the
right now they're
Mets.
pretty good. Yeah, who likes the Mets? And then I have the Yankees Orioles trying to hedge the AL East.
Oh,
Um,
gotcha.
feel good about the Yankees. Orioles, not great so far. We'll see. Um,
Had a great
if
season
I
last
can,
year, though.
yeah, yeah, but I gotta have luck on my side for the one time ever, and it's probably not gonna happen. So we'll see.
You never know, man.
But it's been a fun thing. It gets you really involved in watching the actual sport and
Yeah.
um, not focusing on an individual player or their stats, I guess. Like I find myself with football sometimes I'm only watching to see if one guy gets the ball
Yeah.
and getting pissed when he doesn't.
Yeah, for sure. No, and that's how it goes with fantasy, for sure. That's how it goes.
But yeah, that's where we're at. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens. Have an update later in the year when MLB concludes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you'll have to give us an update later on. Well, very interesting. I guess we'll go ahead and move on now and let's move into
Agreed.
trivia, man. I'm excited. Oh, it's been so long. I'm
Okay.
gonna do
I
terrible,
know.
but
Okay, well, we're switching it up. It's going to be a joint effort.
okay. All right.
So what we're doing, I'm going to pull from the Daily Dozen
Oh
trivia.
gosh. Okay.
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 So their grid, whatever, every day.
Yeah.
The top line's always sports, but it's different sports.
Right.
We're
Right.
going to do today's three questions,
Okay.
and then I'm going to randomize it, and we'll get three random board from whenever and see
Okay.
what we can do. See how we can do with this.
All right. Let's
Um,
see.
we're gonna go together. All right. So first,
Are
this
you
is
gonna track the our score, our tally or whatever, or do I need to track it?
yeah, we're just gonna do like it's not easy, medium, hard or anything. We're just gonna do if we got it right.
1 point if we got it right, no points if we
Yeah,
got it
just
wrong. Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We can have a bonus question because there's always a music box.
Okay. I like
We're
it.
both music guys.
I like it.
Now, if we get to redeem ourselves each grid with music,
Okay.
so we can try to get a bonus point. Now, if we already get the sports right, we're already perfect.
Yeah.
But the music will be our redemption.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So NFL first.
Okay.
Tight end Robert Tunyon caught 11 touchdowns for this NFC team in 2020.
Oh, the Packers.
The Packers, because I was using them
Yeah.
that year.
Yeah. The Green Bay Packers, baby.
And that was before I realized that tight ends could just have a random good year and you need to sell them. And I was like, Tunyon for life, baby. I got Tunyon.
Yeah. Yeah. I just sold Tucker Craft for that exact reason, which I think Tucker Craft is actually nice, but
And
still.
yeah, I think he's nice. Well, they also got like 84 mouths to feed in that offense.
It,
So,
exactly.
all right, NBA. Ron Artest, Meta World Peace in parentheses. Bonzi Wells and Sharif Abdur-Rahim were teammates on this Western Conference playoff team in 2006.
Oh God.
Is that the Rockets?
Uh,
Did he
maybe.
play for the
Yeah.
Rockets?
Yeah. I don't remember Ron Artest playing for the Rockets or Meta World Peace, but I don't really remember the end of his career that well,
I
to
mean,
be
I know he
honest.
played for the Lakers, but
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
not.
like that was like 2010.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was the Lakers. Yeah, let's go with the Rockets, I guess.
Okay. Oh, not the Rockets.
Who was it?
I don't know yet. It doesn't tell you until
Oh,
we
okay,
give up
okay,
or whatever.
okay, okay. Not the
I'll get the
Rock.
answers
Oh,
when
yeah,
we
yeah,
give up.
yeah. It Staley doesn't. That's right.
MLB, we
Okay.
got a career 283 hitter. This Diamondbacks pitcher won a Silver Slugger in 2007 and later attempted to make an MLB comeback in the minors as a position player. I have not a clue.
I have no idea either. It's
I
fucking
have not a clue.
Dontrell Willis. I don't I don't know.
Dude, he was a good hitter, actually.
No, that's the first name I think of from that era
I
for
think he
hitting
did.
pitchers.
I feel like he did have a season with the Diamondbacks.
That's not
Let's try it. I don't have another guess,
Dontrell
so
Willis, baby. Let's throw it out there.
nah, not Dontrell Willis. Not Dontrell Willis. He was a good
Damn.
hitter, though.
Damn.
All right, let's try music. Let's try music and get a bonus.
Okay. Okay.
Along with collaborating with Ice Spice on the 2023 hit Boys a Liar Part 2, this singer's song Pain has over 800 million streams on Spotify. I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, young mustard Jeezy bread. I don't know, bro. Like whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
don't know,
don't
man.
know. Glow, glow panda. I don't know. I mean, you already got Glorilla, so I don't know. I don't have a
Uh,
clue.
I have no idea. I'm gonna give up on that one because we're not gonna get that right.
No.
Doesn't count against us, but I don't know, man.
1 for 3.
Let's go.
We're killing it today. God, I need to cut my grass. Sorry.
It's only
Just
rained like
looking out the
100.
window.
It's only rained like 150 days out here or anything.
Yeah.
It's, not bad.
Nah, nah.
So NBA was the Kings.
Dude, I almost said the
I
Kings.
had no
Just
idea.
said, I
I
mean,
didn't know he
it
played
was
for the
just a
Kings.
guess. It was just a guess, but I almost said that.
MLB was Micah Owings.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Micah
Yep.
Owings. We all remember
Yep.
him.
Music
What?
was music was Pink Panthers.
So I was actually pretty close with Glow Panda.
Glow Panda. Glow Panda,
Who the-
baby.
who is Pink Panthers? Are you kidding me?
I don't know, bro.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right,
Next
let's
question.
all right,
Jesus.
randomizing. Okay. We got NFL, NBA, NHL
Oh
this time.
God, not NHL. Okay. Hopefully we can get the
NFL.
NBA and NFL. Let's go.
NFL. After getting drafted second overall, this Dolphins running back totaled over 4,800 rushing yards from 2005 to 2010.
Ricky Williams? Or is he earlier? No, he's 90s, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm confused if they mean like the Dolphins drafted him second overall because the Saints actually drafted Ricky Williams,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's
but
true.
he did play for the
The
Dolphins during
Dolphins,
that
that was where,
period.
yeah,
So I'm kind of
because the
like,
Dolphins didn't
what does
draft.
that mean?
Yeah. So Ricky Williams is the right name to think of, but he wasn't, yeah, he wasn't drafted by the Dolphins.
I feel like maybe it's a misleading
I think the answer's got to be
question.
Ricky Williams, right? What other Dolphins running
Yeah,
back was
I don't.
drafted that high and
I
put
don't
up
know.
that kind of production? Like, no, that didn't, there wasn't
I don't
two
know.
Ricky Williams in that period.
I'm going Ricky Williams.
Yeah.
That is not the answer. I have no
What?
idea who it could be.
Who got drafted by the Dolphins at number 2? Who are we not thinking of? I
I
don't
don't know.
know. Okay, continue.
All
NBA, I
right.
guess.
After
God.
playing together at Kentucky, John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins were teammates on this Western Conference team during the 2020-2021 season.
Um, 2020, 2021. Who did John Wall play for? And Boogie Cousins was still in the league in 2020,
Yeah, I don't,
2021.
I don't know. I
I
mean,
guess we'll
not
throw I guess we'll throw the Clippers, man. I mean, I don't feel good about it though, because I don't remember Boogie Cousins playing in
not like not the Rockets,
you know,
not the Kings, not the Warriors.
not the Spurs, not the Mavericks,
Yeah, I mean,
not the Trailblazers, not the Thunder,
no, no. I,
Ours, not the
I don't know.
Jazz. I don't, yeah, throw Clippers, I guess.
All right. Was not the Clippers.
I mean,
We're
of course
sucking.
it wasn't, dude. We're terrible. All right, NHL. Hopefully you can
NHL.
pull this one out of your ass.
Originally a top 10 pick by Nashville, Scott Hartnell totaled over 300 points for this Eastern Conference team from 2007 to 2014. We're going to guess the Capitals.
Yep. Good
Why
guess.
not? Not the Capitals. All right.
Oh, music.
Music. Music.
Great.
Do what you want, but you're never going to break me. Sticks and stones are never going to shake me. Oh, oh, oh. Our lyrics from what 2008 Natasha Bedingfield song?
Uh, uh, what's the one song that she did?
The Pocket Full of Sunshine?
Yeah, that's what I would
That's,
guess.
I'm pretty sure it's it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, we redeemed
Okay. Okay,
ourselves with
let's
one.
go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let me
I got
get
a
the
pocket, got a
answers.
pocket full of sunshine. Oh, oh, take me away.
It popped up and I was pretty sure that that's what it was, but then I almost second guess myself, but I didn't know any other song by her. So
So 2 for 6, and one of them was from the bonus.
yeah, two. Yeah. All right, let me see. NFL was Ronnie Brown.
Yep.
Who was that?
That
And how was he drafted
sounds
second overall?
familiar, but I don't know.
NBA was the Rockets. I
No
never
way.
remember
John
DeMarcus
Wall?
Cousins play. I remember John Wall playing for the Rockets, but I was convinced that Cousins never played there. So I was like, that can't be it.
Wow. I don't remember Boogie and John Wall on the Rockets, man.
I
Jeez.
know Wall finished there because I think I drafted him in our league and then he just quit. He's
Hmm.
retired.
I thought he signed
Um,
with the Clippers right before he retired.
maybe that was like right after that and then he
Yeah.
called it quits. But I just remember that was like right when I got him and
Either
it was
way,
over.
either way, that
Um,
was a failure.
yeah, NHL was the Flyers for what it's worth, but we
Yeah.
had no idea regardless.
Philly.
So 2 for 6, not a great return there.
No, not a good performance, but that's all right because this next segment is going to be really fun, dude. I'm really excited for it. So, it's kind of another trivia like segment, but we're going to be doing over unders. And no, we're not betting men over here. At least I'm not because I know my luck. We are going to be doing over unders on stats and specifically players, for me at least, players who achieved or did not achieve certain stats. Did you bring any here, or am I just quizzing you?
I did not. Yeah, you just quiz me. I did
Okay,
not
that's
bring.
what I thought. No, that's what I thought. I got three of them ready for you. So
Okay,
we'll
okay.
we'll do this and then we'll move on into round the table after that. So like I said, I'll explain it a little bit better than I did before. Basically, we're taking a stat from a given year, someone's career, single game, whatever, and then we're listing players, and the other person, that would be Chandler, has to say whether or not that player or team or whatever went over, under, or whether or not they went over. I guess you just pick an over or an under, is what I'm trying
Okay.
to say. So first stat is going to be NFL players with four or more touchdowns in a game, in a single game.
Oh, okay.
So over,
Receiving
under, uh,
or
just
receiving, rushing, or
total touchdowns. Over under
okay,
three. The line is actually 3.5. So over
okay,
under
okay.
3.5 touchdowns in a single game. Todd Gurley.
Over.
That is correct. Todd Gurley
Yeah.
did go over. Todd Gurley
I
did
like I
go
remember
over.
him having a 4 touchdown game.
He did. He did. And I saw on Instagram the other day that Todd Gurley is still like number three since his draft class in total touchdowns for running backs, which is freaking insane. Um, Next name, Andre Johnson.
Under.
That's
I feel like
correct.
he. Oh God. Okay.
Andre Johnson's career high was 3 touchdowns in a game. Chad Ochocinco.
Uh, I'm gonna have to go under on that one too.
That is also under. Very
Okay.
good guess. Very good guess. Eric Decker.
No. Oh wait. Peyton Manning was feeding him.
Over under three and a
I'm gonna
half.
say over because it sounds like a trick question.
That is correct. Eric Decker had 4 touchdowns in one game.
Eric Decker of all people.
Next name is AJ Green. Remember, this
Under.
is NFL career. And yes, that's
Under.
correct.
Yeah.
Under. Mark Ingram.
Mm, under.
Mark Ingram actually did have four
Oh,
touchdowns in one single game.
God.
If I'm not mistaken, I think one of them was receiving and three of them were rushing. Next name is Jerry Rice.
Mm, I'm gonna say under.
He was actually over. His career
Oh
high was
God.
4 touchdowns. Three more for you. Sean Alexander,
Under.
over.
Oh my God.
You got to remember Sean Alexander, what was it, those 2 years or whatever, the '06 and
Yeah.
'07 or '07 and '08, he was a touchdown machine, man.
I know. I just didn't think he had 4.
Last two, Edger and James,
Under.
over.
Oh my God, dude.
and
Oh.
Devin Hester.
I feel like I know a stat about this. I mean, I had like a kickoff punt and then like two receiving or something, but under.
That's correct. Devin
Okay.
Hester's career high was three, and he did. He had a receiving, kicking, a kick return, and a punt return, but it was only
Okay.
three touchdowns.
Okay. I thought he had two maybe receptions,
All
but
right. Next category, NBA.
oh God.
Over or under? Over under. The line is 30 and a half points per game.
Okay.
30 and a half. So they had to have averaged 31 or more.
Okay.
So if they averaged 30, they're in the club. If they didn't, no, 31, they're in the club.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Carmelo Anthony,
Over.
under.
Oh my God. I thought he
His
had one
career high
season.
was 29, I think. I think it was
Okay.
29. Allen Iverson,
Mm, over.
over is correct. Dwayne Wade,
Over.
correct again. Can he make it three in a row with Karl Malone?
Under.
Over. Carl was an
Oh,
over. Yeah, it's an over. Oh, sorry, I can't say that. I'll bleep that out. I'll bleep that out. The child rapist was an over. Um where was I? LeBron James.
over.
Under.
Oh my
I
God.
think LeBron's career high is 29 to maybe 28, something like that.
Dang. I
Um
really would have thought he would have had it.
I know, I know. Dirk Nowitzki.
Over. It's like his MVP season. Oh no.
Under. I think he averaged like 30. Like
Oh, okay.
just under 30 and a half, I think. He was at like 30.1, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I did this list a long time ago, but I think
Okay.
Dirk was very close. Shaquille O'Neal.
Over. Oh my
That was
God.
like the most surprising one to me on basketball. Shaquille O'Neal never averaged over 30 and a half.
I thought he had that one season where he was
He
in the
averaged
30s, but
30, I think it was
okay.
30.3 or 30.1 or something
I
like
think
he
I keep thinking of 30, like
yeah.
who's in the 30s, and it's not right.
Yeah, because if you had 30, but it was less than point 0.5, you don't make it the cut. It's a pretty easy list to figure
Yeah.
out. Kobe Bryant.
Uh,
Go with your
over.
gut. Go with your
Over.
yeah. Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Yes, Kobe Bryant definitely. Adrian Dantley.
Adrian Dantley. Whoa. Have you seen that old guy on TikTok that it's like this old white guy? Or you don't have TikTok, but it's this old white guy and he'll play horse with his son. And I don't know if he played or what in college or something.
Yeah.
He makes these crazy fadeaway shots and he's like, that Adrian Dantley and just drains it. He's like 60.
Adrian Dantley was nice, man. He was
Um
nice.
he's nice, but I'm gonna go under. Oh,
He
he's
was
over.
over. He was over. And the last name, Russell Westbrook.
Over.
He was over. His MVP season. His
That's what I
MVP
thought.
season. All right, last category for you. This is the three major sports, I think. Yeah. So baseball, basketball, football, professional.
Okay.
Over under 9.5 All-Star appearances. So
Oh God.
did they
Okay.
achieve 10 or more All-Star appearances? Larry
Okay.
Bird,
Over.
he had 12.
Yep.
Russell Westbrook,
Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say over, but I'm gonna say under.
you are correct. He had nine
Okay.
exactly, actually. Kind of the reason that I set the mark was Russell Westbrook's mark of
Okay.
9. Dominique Wilkins,
Over.
under. He had 9 as well. 9 as
Ah.
well. Lawrence Taylor,
Hmm. I'm gonna go under.
he had 10
Oh
exactly.
my God.
Right there on the line. I know I made these easy for you. Travis Kelsey.
Under.
That's correct. He had nine.
Okay. I was like, he's only played like 10 years, I think, or
Yep.
maybe 11.
Yeah, he had nine. Bobby Wagner,
Over.
nine. Keep killing you with the nines and tens.
Dude, I'm like, they've had a long enough career to be there, and then it's
I
wrong.
know. All right, a couple more names for you. Derek Brooks,
Mm,
linebacker, tackle.
I'm gonna say over.
Over. That's correct. He had
Okay.
11. He had 11.
Okay.
You got three MLB names to finish it off. So
Okay.
hopefully you can get these guys.
Maybe.
Albert Pujols. And
Over.
yes, I know it's Pujols for anyone watching. I was joking. Yes, over. He
We'll
had
say over.
11. He had 11.
Okay.
Uh Justin Verlander,
Over.
9.
Justin Verlander's only been an All-Star 9 times.
9 times. Isn't that
Dude, what is
insane?
wrong with the MLB?
Isn't that insane?
He's
Unless
played
he
for like 20 years.
was he an all-star last year?
I don't think so.
I don't think he was, right? So yeah, he'd still be
He's
at
literally
9.
been playing like 20 years.
That's crazy, dude. 9.
And I get like he had a slower start to his career, but
Still.
I
Still.
mean, since he's popped off, he should have been an all-star probably every year.
And the last one, Big Poppy, David Ortiz.
Oh, see, his career is very weird too. I feel like he had like maybe one with the Twins and then probably a lot of years with the Red. I'm gonna go over.
He had 10, exactly
Yeah,
10.
okay.
All right. Very good. That was fun, man. I enjoyed quizzing you on that.
Oh
I didn't
man,
make it easy for you.
no, not
Most
at
of the
all.
people were like right at the mark. Hey, I ain't out here to make it easy for you. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no.
All right. So on that note, we'll go ahead and move on into our last segment of the day. We got round the table. We're going to finish off with here. I brought a couple of things to talk about today, just two. I don't know about you. We'll go ahead and get started with whatever you got though, and then we can just kind of go back and forth.
I don't really have anything like written down. Just off the dome though, are we feeling good about our fantasy drafts that we've had so far? How are
Rookie
we feeling?
drafts?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, yes. The two that I've done, I've absolutely loved both of my classes. Absolutely.
I've one of them I was like very satisfied with. The other one, initially, I was just like I didn't really get how I wanted to like I didn't have any picks essentially, and I had to come back in, so I didn't
OD
really get where
League.
I wanted to, but
Yeah.
ended up with solid. Like I feel fine about it. My team is already pretty good, so I'm not like I didn't need
No.
those picks necessarily, but I'm glad I did make a couple of trades in and get some
Yeah.
guys I thought had slipped and have some
Mason
value.
Taylor and Michael
Yeah.
Williams. And for
Yeah.
context here, for anyone listening, Chandler also has Nico Collins, Jamar Chase, and Puka Nakua all on this team. So, and Achan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
HN,
Achan. So
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Chandler's doing fine in
Yeah,
this
we're
league. So
transitioning into super flex coming soon though. Quarterback situation. I
true.
tried to buy in early with some Drake May, Michael Penix shares. Have Tua, which is question mark,
Yep.
and have Dak, I think, still, or did I trade him?
I
I don't
think you
remember.
still have Dak. I
Okay.
think you still have Dak.
He was in some offers I was trying to make that didn't get looked at or considered. So
Yeah, and in that league, I'm feeling really good about where I'm at too. I've got like the most stacked not even the most stacked wide receiver room of all time. It's just the deepest wide receiver room of all
yeah,
time.
it's pretty deep.
If everyone hit their upside, I would have six wide receiver ones. Now, that's not going to happen, but if it's true, if everyone did hit their upside, I would have six wide
Yeah.
receiver ones in my lineup. But as far as the draft class goes, man, dude, I love this draft class. I got Omarion Hampton, Cam Skattebo, Emeka Egbuka, Jack Besh. uh, Terrence Ferguson, Bashal Tootin, Jordan James, and then I picked up Trevor Etienne in the fourth round as well. Um, didn't I trade? Was this the league that I traded to? Yeah, this was it. I traded Tootin and Besh to Carson. Um,
Yeah.
who did I get? Was it Olave and
Yeah.
yeah, it was like Olave and Judy. Yeah, I traded Tootin,
Oh
Besh,
God, yeah.
and a 27 first for Judy and Olave. So I'm very, very happy with that. And then in the newer league, the FDL, I want to pull up our draft classes because I know you liked your draft class in that league.
Yeah, feeling really
Uh,
good about it.
so I wanted to get that pulled up because I liked my draft class in that league too. So for me in that league, I got Trevion Henderson, Bashal Tootin, Luther Burden, and Terrence Ferguson. And I absolutely love that. I'm trying to get Bigsby from Joey so that I can have the
Oh, good
Jags
luck.
backfield secured. But yeah, exactly. And then in that league for you, I absolutely love your draft class too. Tyler Warren, RJ Harvey, Jaden Blue, Jack Besh. Beautiful. With the picks that you had, I don't think you really could have done any better than that.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel good about it.
the 104 you ended up trading to me for Trevion, so I could get Trevion, and you acquired George Pickens and TJ Hawkinson in that deal, which is a lot, especially
Yeah,
considering that George Pickens just got traded to a better situation.
yeah, I'm feeling good about it.
So if you want to give George Pickens back, because he's got CeeDee Lamb in front of him, I'll take
Yeah,
him.
yeah, that's the problem.
I'll
Yeah,
take I'll take him. But anyways, yeah, I'm feeling good about where we're at with our fantasy rookie drafts. And that's
yeah,
actually a
that's
nice segue into one of my around the table segments, which was I wanted to talk about some rookies that I was higher or lower on. Just a
yeah,
few names for each category. Higher, I put Ted McMillan. Um, call it a hot take, dude. I think you're slightly crazy if you take him at 101, but I don't think you're as crazy as a lot of people make it out to be. Ted McMillan is about to blow up, in my opinion, for fantasy. I mean, he's got almost no competition. I'm not worried about Jalen Coker or Xavier Legette or Adam
yeah,
Thielen. Bryce Young is ascending, and he will continue to show that. Uh, they just looked really good to close the year last year, and you add Ted McMillan into that mix. I'm super high on Ted. And I was before the draft too. So, I mean, I feel like that check, I've kind of just stuck with my guns on that one. So I know a lot of people value Tet really highly. Hey, Selena. I know a lot of people value Tet really highly, but I'm even higher in my I think he's almost as good and almost as safe a bet as Ashton Genty, to be honest with you. Another player I'm
Anita wants her
high.
screen time.
She does. Another player that I'm high on is all right, Selena, let's not put your butt in my water. How about watch where you're putting that thing? Anyways, Emeka Egbuka is another name that I wanted to bring up. I love Egbuka, and I know a lot of people are high on Egbuka. I just think he's got a chance to have a couple of really strong flex play weeks this season, in my opinion, just because of his
Yeah,
talent. There's a good chance Mike Evans misses a game or two. Good chance Chris Godwin might miss a game or two. Jalen McMillan, I liked a lot as a third option last year, but I mean Emeka Egbuka, I like even more. So I think he immediately comes in and wins that wide receiver three job, and eventually probably replaces Mike Evans next year.
yeah, I agree.
Couple more. Caleb Johnson. We've already talked about him, so I'm not going to go too much into detail there. But if you know me, you know I'm high on Caleb Johnson. I've been screaming his and Amarion Hampton's name since January. RJ Harvey is another one. I think he's going way, way too low in rookie drafts.
Yeah,
In my
I'm
opinion, he's worthy of a late first.
yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I mean, his age is the biggest concern, but given the capital they have, but
Yeah,
I don't
people
know.
overrate the whole age thing with running backs, man.
Yeah, especially what we saw last year. I think that kind of is true. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to taking him at like 110, 111, and
Yeah,
He's ended up
absolutely.
sliding into like the 2.5 range a lot of
That's
times.
see, that's crazy work. Getting RJ Harvey at the 205 is insane. And Joey just did that in the OD league, actually. He just got him at like the
Yeah,
204, 205. And I mean, I'm sitting here, it's not like I'm drafting him, but honestly, I would have taken him in that league if I could have found a buyer for Tracy before the draft. But nobody
yeah,
wanted Tracy, so I felt like Scatterboo. I was kind of locked into taking Scatterboo at the top of the second
yeah.
round
Probably
in
the
that
smart
draft.
pick. I mean, FDL, I got him at 2.3, and that's a 12 man.
See, so that's
So,
the 205 in a
and 10
10 man
man.
league.
So,
So that's just crazy. It's crazy. And then the last two, which I think you already know one of these. Well, actually, you know both of these because I've already told you both of them. Terrence Ferguson, tight end from the Rams. I'm definitely higher on him than a lot of people, and I know that. The reason is because he and Mason Taylor are very similar level of prospects to me, and people like to rank Mason Taylor way higher than him. They had very similar production, and Terrence Ferguson did it in like half the opportunity. So Mason Taylor, I think, is a safe bet too. I think he is guaranteed pretty much to have a top 12 tight end season within his first 3 to 4 years, if not better than that. I just think Terrence Ferguson should be ranked right around that territory too. And then the last one is Luther Burden, and you know I love Luther Burden. He might be my favorite player from this entire class, and it's not his personality because apparently he's like a little bit of a diva, is what the media says. But dude, just watching him on the field, his ability after the catch, he's a slot guy. Like he just checks all the boxes for like receivers that he like reminds me of a more explosive Julian Edelman. And that I know that's like a crazy comparison, but like that's what he reminds me of when I watch him.
yeah, it's not the comparison I was thinking of, but
Like I said,
I
more
could see
more
it.
explosive, but he can work underneath like that and just make people miss. That's Julian Edelman could always make someone miss, dude.
Yeah,
Always.
that's true.
So that's the players I'm higher on. Any thoughts before I go through the three players that I'm a little lower on?
No, I mean, nothing extremely shocking.
Yeah.
I'm not there with you on some of them, but not like super duper far off, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I know you're lower on Caleb. I know you're a little lower on Ted, and then you're a little lower on Burden too, right?
Yeah, Burden would be the one I probably have the biggest difference with you on,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Well, that's a wait and see thing for me with him.
Yeah. I mean, your boys at Dynasty Nerds are not very high on Luther Burden, at least
Not
for the
really.
most part. I think was it Rich that's really high on
He
Luther?
likes how explosive he is, I think, but
Yeah. I think one of them was
uh,
higher, and then the other two were like a lot lower on Luther
yeah,
Burden.
Matt does not like him.
Matt doesn't like Luther at all.
And Matt is kind of like historically wide receiver whisperer
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
So I kind of trust his opinion for the most part on receivers, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean, no one's ever 100% right.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I have my guys that I watch too that their opinion is I'm more highly valued. Like TFG, for example, that franchise guy, I watch a lot of his content. He's not a fantasy YouTuber. He's more like a real life NFL YouTuber. So I'm more watched for like talent, not from like a fantasy perspective, but just based on talent. And he likes Luther Burden a lot. So he's definitely part of the reason that I looked closer into him. But anyway, we'll get into the three that I'm lower on really quickly. And this one I already talked about earlier, but Quinshon Judkins, I don't think I'm low on him. I think everybody else is too high on him. I think I'm ranking him in a reasonable place considering the draft capital. There was not a super productive running back in that backfield last year. Am I wrong about that?
No.
Jerome Ford looked mid last year. Nick Chubb looked mid last year. Uh, who is the who's the other guy that was getting a bunch of carries? I don't
Um,
remember, but either way,
I don't know.
nobody looked great in that backfield last year. So like it's not like he's going into a beautiful situation. He doesn't has big question marks at quarterback, which never helps. He had Dylan Sampson drafted 2 rounds behind him, who I believe in as a talent. So I think I'm ranking Quinshon Judkins high for the situation he's going into, and I just think everybody else is just looking at the talent and the prospect profile, and I mean he does, he grades out. If you don't look at his production or his film, he grades out as the perfect NFL running back.
Yeah,
He really does. Like he's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the hands, he's got the explosion, he's not great with contact balance for his size, but he's got enough size to make up for it. So it doesn't really matter. I like Judkins, and I don't want that to be misconstrued. I'm just lower on him than a lot of people are. The next two names I'm going to talk about are guys that I do not like, that I do not believe in, that I do not believe will be good NFL players. But Quinshon, I think is going to be a really good NFL player. I just don't think he is a superstar. And maybe that's a hot take. I don't think Caleb Johnson's a superstar either. And I'm really high on Caleb. I think
yeah,
Caleb and Quinshon are both more in that star tier. And then the big three are Trevion, Ashton, Genty, Omarion. I think they're the only superstars in this class at running back. That's
yeah. I
just
don't disagree.
my opinion, though. But now the next two, like I said, I am very low on. Now, this first one, I've come around a little more on. Cam Ward is the first name I'm going to bring up. And given his situation, I wouldn't mind drafting him in the late first. I used to say I wouldn't take him until the second. I've backed off on that take. I would take him in the late first now, considering his situation, and I think he's set up to succeed. He doesn't have great weapons yet, but they are building around him, and that's very obvious, and that's really good for a young quarterback. So if he turns into a top 15 quarterback, top 10-ish quarterback, I'm not going to be surprised. But his ceiling is not top five. I don't care what anybody says. He's
No,
never going to be in the tier with the Mahomes, the Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, the Jaden Daniels, maybe. He's got to do it for another year to prove it. But, he looked like that guy last year. Um, he's just not going to be in that tier. The Mahomes, he's not going to be in that tier, in my opinion. And then the other one, I am the biggest hater of this dude. I swear, I don't know why. I guess because he's from the SEC, people hype him up too much in the South, in my opinion. But Jackson Sharp is not a guy that I'm willing to. I still say to this day, unless he's sitting there at 303, 304, not drafting this dude. I'm just not. I think he is a nothing burger. He's gonna get an opportunity and he's gonna fail. And it's going to be another Giants quarterback success story, you know? The Giants draft a black quarterback challenge continued to live strong for another year. They still can't draft a black quarterback. Um, they can bring two in, but drafting one, can't do that. That just can't happen. Um, but you get the point, man. I'm not high on Jackson Fart. I don't think he's very good. He put up mediocre stats in a Lane Kiffin offense. Blake Sims put up elite stats in a Lane Kiffin
like
offense.
him.
Am I wrong?
No, yeah,
In a Lane
no.
Kiffin offense, Blake Sims looked like an elite quarterback, and
Giants should have took him.
Jackson Sharp didn't. He looked
Mm.
mid. And I understand there's more factors to that. I understand that. SEC has really great defenses. He doesn't have as good of weapons as Blake Sims had at Alabama, yada, 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 yada. I get it. There are points to argue for Jackson Fart. But I'm not a believer. Whatever you call the opposite of a believer, that's me on Jackson Sharp.
I'm I'm neutral. I'm neutral on him. I don't. I mean, I have him like super flex just because of super flex, maybe the end of the first.
Yeah.
But yeah, one
Yeah.
QB, third round shot, maybe just to see because he's gonna get an opportunity. But I don't know that he succeeds. He could, but I also could see him failing very hard.
Yeah, I brought this up to Joey. I'm looking at my rankings. I brought this up to Joey the other day on the phone. I want you to take a guess at where you think I have Jackson Sharp ranked.
Just QBs.
QB, yeah, QB what?
QB. 28.
Actually, yeah, QB 28 is exactly where I have him ranked. He falls in just ahead of Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Milroe, Geno Smith, Will Howard, Tyler Shuck. That's who's just behind him. And just ahead of him, I know I'm gonna take some flack for this, but I don't care. Just ahead of him is Shador Sanders. Yep. Anthony Richardson. Yep. Sam Darnold. Yep. Justin Fields. Yep. I'll take them all over Jackson Sharp. All of
Sound
them.
like Draymond.
All of them. Yeah. Yeah. Justin Fields. Yup.
Yup.
Matthew Stafford. Nope. And Stafford is just his age. Like in a vacuum,
Yeah,
I
he's
would
just too old.
obviously take Stafford over Jackson bad at football. I don't have any other creative nicknames other than Fart and Shart, and I feel like people are getting tired of me saying that. So Jackson bad.
Oh man. Well, I
Oh,
don't completely disagree. But
yeah. I can't get on board with Xmas Jackson, Flaxen, Waxen. All right. Did you have any more? Because I got one more to talk about before we go.
no, you got it.
All right. The last thing I want to talk about is Tyrese Halliburton, man.
Yeah.
It's time to put some respect on this dude's name. It's time to put some respect on this dude's name. I did a tier list yesterday because I was bored and I'm, off for the summer and everything. So I made a tier list of my top 75 basketball players, and it was ranked in order to a certain number, and Tyrese was in the number that was ranked, and I had him ranked at number nine, dude. I mean, I think he's a top 10 player at this point. I think he's proved that. I still think Anthony Edwards is slightly better than him. So I had Anthony
Yeah.
Edwards ranked at eight. But I think both of them have passed LeBron and Curry at this point. And maybe that's a hot take. I don't really care though. The future is here. It's their
Yeah.
time. I mean, look at the conference finals we are watching right now, or just watched in the West, and are watching now in the East. Like it's the best four players in this series are Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, and Jalen Brunson. And then all of them are
Yeah.
under the age of what, 20? Brunson's the oldest at what, 26, 27?
Yeah. I'm like that.
So the future has arrived, man, and people can keep leaving these guys off their top 10 rankings if they want. I'm not going to continue to do that because I've been watching NBA very closely for the last few years, and it's these guys' time, man. It just is.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. I think you gotta phase out the old guys at some point. Are they legends? Yeah, but everybody has a hourglass, and theirs running out.
Yeah,
Sorry, there's a
exactly.
fly. I just had a Brady moment.
Yeah. It's a fly. What a time, dude. I need to start posting some of those shorts again because those were good, dude. I still go back and watch those sometimes and just laugh my butt off. But yeah, I know it turned into more of an all like a whole widespread NBA young players discussion, but I wanted to highlight Tyrese Halliburton specifically because what he's doing is just insane. The comebacks, the clutch play, the um, running that offense the way that he does. I just don't understand, man, the hate on Tyrese Halliburton. People say it's the Pacers system that makes him better, but my question to you is if that's true, then why is Pascal Siakam not averaging 7 assists a game? Why is
Yeah.
Miles Turner not averaging 4 assists a game? Why is Andrew Nembhard not averaging 8 assists a game? Why is Benedict Mathurin not averaging 5 assists a game? If it's the Pacers system, shouldn't
Everybody.
everybody be going up, and or if you just want to go players who play the point guard position, sure, let's do that. Andrew Nembhard, I already mentioned him. He's not averaging anything crazy as far as assists goes. TJ McConnell is their primary backup point guard. He's not doing anything crazy as far as his assist numbers go. So um, I don't
No,
know.
Halliburton is just a gifted passer.
He is,
There's no doubt
what
about it.
the Pacers system is built around him. The
Yeah.
reason they're able to run that system is because they traded for that guy.
Yeah.
What are people talking about, man?
I don't know.
I just don't get
I
it.
don't know.
I don't get it. But that's my 2 cents. We've already gone so long. I'm probably gonna have to like cut 20 minutes worth of this episode out. But man, it's been fun to be back, dude. I'm so glad to be
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been
Yeah.
awesome. Glad to be back.
Yes, sir. We gotta get back on doing this at least once every 2 weeks. I think that's more
Yeah.
realistic. We can
Yeah.
shoot for once a week, but if it's once every 2 weeks, then it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no expectation and it's less pressure and
No. I
all
mean,
that.
let's be honest. We're not getting paid to do this. It's a hobby.
What do you mean? I just quit my job. I told you I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, this is the new job you're talking about.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, yeah. I've been spending all this time transitioning to get ready for today. That's what I've
Yeah.
been doing this
Yeah.
whole time. Yeah, this outfit I spent a lot of money on. Anyways,
Oh,
we'll wrap it up and get out of here, man. You got anything else to add before we?
no, no, nothing else for me.
All right. Well, it's been fun, man. Let's do it again soon.
Yep.
And everybody, thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to this point, you are an absolute real one, and we appreciate you.
Yep. See ya.